something to say, you should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me.
Well, today is really a beautiful day, and I wanted to take advantage of it to get sailing vessel Ooh-Rah all prepared and in position to accept the 2 outside ballast keels or bilge keels. But I did run into a couple of snags. Now, none of them are monumental, but I do have to rethink a few things, and a little bit more work ensues. So first off, let me show you where I'm at. So as you can see, now Ooh-Rah is up by the bow. It's a lot taller now. When I first rolled it over, the bow was sagging down low because I only had so many blocks and I couldn't get it up that high. But that didn't matter at that point. It was still okay. But now you get a better idea of the shear line, now with the bow further up. And the way that I put it up, I used a motorcycle lift that's rated for 1,500 pounds. And I made some blocking that would fit underneath it, and it's all fastened together so it doesn't come apart on me or slip. And so that seems to work out pretty well. So I was able to put a jack stand right under the bow. So this blocking here that was under it, I must be about 10 inches higher. So that's working out. But I also found that these jack stands, which are a little bit forward of a midship, they're a little bit too tall. However, I could pick up the boat higher. I have plenty of adjustment. But I think the big problem is that the way that the stands spread out and the pads, the way they hang out on each side, the problem is the keels are very close to the chine. And they're going to get, those jack stands would be in the way. So I can support it right at the keel and lift up the boat, because right now the boat's not finished. It doesn't have a whole lot of weight in it or anything. That's a possibility. Or I can make some smaller jack stands that go straight up and down with small pads just catching the edge of the chine, and would be right up alongside the keel when the keel goes in position. So I have to think about this. Now I have jack stands at the stern. You can see there's one here on the port side, and there's one over there on the starboard side, and it's taking the weight of the hull. These blocks that I have under here are, well, the boat's up about an inch or inch and a half above those, and so all the weight is going on the jack stands. But here's the problem. These jack stands originally were given to me, and they were homemade by somebody else, and my mistake, I should have checked these wells a lot closer. On this one, I was just making an adjustment and it just simply broke. The well did not have very good penetration. It's crap. So I can repair that, but now the weight is on the jack stand. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to ease the weight off and take the jack stand, leave those blocks there to take the weight, and I have another Acme screw. I can just change it out, you know, with an Acme nut, and I can just change that out and then put it back. The big deal right now, though, is doing something with these jack stands on each side. Not only are they a bit taller than I'd like them to be, let me check the other side here. The other side is the same issue. Here on the starboard side. So, and the fact that I really can't get them far enough under there to take a load and be out of the way of where the keel is going to go in. So I have to rethink this and come up with another solution. Well, it's now about 4:30 in the afternoon, and I think I'm going to quit for the day. I'm going to start putting tools and stuff away because I have other things I need to do around the farm. But I think, but I made some pretty good progress today in spite of the problems that I ran into. And another problem I can see down the road is that as this boat gets jacked up higher in order to put the keels in, I have to be able to get in and out of the boat. The problem is this shelter, the framework is pretty low. It makes it kind of difficult to get in and out. If you can see that. So what I might have to do, since the diameter of these poles is the same as chain link fence rails, I can go to the big orange box store and maybe cut them into 12, 14, or 16 inch lengths. Let me see, there's 6 uprights, so yeah, cut them into lengths where I get 6 uprights along with some couples, and then just undo the hold down lines and stick them underneath, so that will raise it up maybe a foot, a foot and a half, whatever. That'll give me some more height to work with. Please remember to give me a like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Comment in the comment section below, let me hear what you think. And if you're in the area, if you're visiting Maine during this summer and you'd like to stop by and lend a hand, please let me know. And I can always use a hand. I mostly work by myself. An extra pair of hands does come in handy. Thanks again for watching.